Well, Faouzia is back on my channel as always, and when she drops certain singles, I'm like, yay, and I've listened to two already, so this is the third I'm not going to listen to, and I couldn't find what the song was about, so it's open to interpretation. Faouzia has always said her songs are basically open to interpretation, and that's what I love about this artist. I always get blocked, and then I have to wait nearly a week before it's released, and then a month before YouTube will promote it, because it takes up to a month with each Faouzia video before, you know, copyright has come back, which I totally understand. But I do follow procedure, and with Faouzia it's so unfortunate. In the beginning that never happened. Now it happens with nearly every reaction I do for her. Fingers crossed today may be an exception, because I found a question and answer thing, and I love to do different things with Faouzia. I really do. I love to bring a breath of fresh air to my reactions. Sorry, today is such a hot, dry day, and it's all live, and I needed that. So with this particular reaction, IL0V3Y0U, I will give you a question and answer from the fans. So you are the stars today, and let's just say I've got Charlie Puth, who I've just featured on my channel, and I'm going to get comfortable for this. I'm going to attach it to this video. So one of the questions was asked to Faouzia in a question and answer was, how did Charlie Puth's participation in Minefields work? And it goes through different questions and answers. And so you have to forgive the dog outside. It's all live, and I live in the center of Dublin, so it's a particularly busy park and lots of construction work. It's everything. But anyway, let's get going with this. Question again, how did Charlie Puth's participation in Minefields work? We wanted to go a different direction, she says, with piano in Minefields, and my A&R told me Charlie Puth was going to give it a go. When we got the song back with his piano's part, it sounded amazing. Another question says, how do you feel knowing that many people feel understood listening to Minefields, especially with this, and this is going back a bit with the pandemic at the moment that we're still living? And she replied, one of my favorite things to do is to sit down and read comments on YouTube, because it's usually on that platform where people express their feelings, experiences. Reading what everyone has gone through and seeing how they connect with the song is so special. This is why I love music so much. We're all living different lives, but we can listen to one song and connect to it. And I hope today is no exception, because I feel this answering question can cover a lot of her songs and can cover a lot of how Faouzia feels. That's why I'm doing it. Because here's a question. What motivates you to continue on days you don't feel like doing anything? Now there's a good one. What does she say? What motivates me is doing smaller tasks those days instead of doing something that takes a lot of energy. Here. Like me, after I upload this video, I love to walk my dog, such as answering emails, giving notes on music production, or doing written work. This way, when the day is done, I feel like I've accomplished something, but I've also got time to rest. Very, very true. Okay, a question and answer, because, you know, we're going over songs I've done as well, and one of them was Tears of Gold, which proved very popular. And this question was, okay, I just discovered you today. Welcome to one of millions that have discovered it, even in the last couple of months. And it says, Tears of Gold is so raw and powerful. If you could pick one song of yours for people to listen to first, which would it be? And I'm clicking the answers as I go along, because I actually don't know the answers to this, obviously. And it says, I'd probably tell them to listen to Tears of Gold or Minefields first. So I'm really happy that was one of your first you heard, and thank you so much, she says. Another question, which I've always wondered, is it hard to come up with the lyrics and music itself? Because I would love to write a song one day, but I don't know how. Any tips? Evie and Minefields is a masterpiece. So it continues with the Minefields theme, but it's around, these questions go around what motivates Faouzia and all of that. And she said, if you ever find it hard to write lyrics in a song and you find you're better with melodies, just work with somebody to write lyrics that's good with words. This way you could learn from them and work on lyrics in your own in the future. Another trick to try is to start with melodies, and whatever words come out, write those down and keep singing that melody and trying out different sounds and words. Usually when I do this and I don't think too much, I have parts of the song finished and sit down and fill in the gaps later on, or I come back to it another day to see if I have a wave of inspiration. And finally, why did you stop posting your works in progress? I love releasing work in progress videos, but I felt guilty if a song didn't end up getting released or finished. Also, sometimes the production goes in a different way, she says, than it initially sounds with just the piano. In the future, when songs are locked in for sure, I'll definitely be releasing more works in progress. And finally, it says, what does your typical day look like? And this is what Faouzia had to say. I have my schedule planned out months ahead. My sessions are locked in weeks before, so usually when I wake up after attending my classes, I grab a bite to eat before going to my sessions, which are now on Zoom. Once my session is over, I record my vocals and comp to send them over to the producer I'm working with. At night, I finish up my homework. This is at the time she was studying. I don't know if I think she's actually finished at this stage, or do smaller tasks. Sometimes I get carried away and record until 3 or 4 a.m. because I'm feeling really motivated. Then I go to bed and repeat the next day. I also check my socials throughout the day so I can talk to you all. Dun, 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 dun. So there you go. Nothing on this particular song, IL0V3Y0U, but that's what I'm about. I'm a music reactor. And after this, I'll give you a quick summary of the lyrics. Take it away, Faouzia.
Why are my fingers dialing all the numbers they shouldn't? Why are my lips saying all the words they said they wouldn't? It's taking all of me not to give to my emotions. Calling your phone at 4 a.m. like what am I doing? Right now I need you more than a friend. I don't understand. It happened so fast. I put it on replay in my head. Don't know what we said. I think that it went like I hate what you're doing with my heart. I never said that you could take it, give it back before you break it, baby. I don't wanna make this difficult. Don't wanna make it complicated. Let's hang up before I say it, baby. I think that I might, but IL0V3Y0U. I baby. I think that I might, but IL0V3Y0U. I baby. Why am staying up every night, tossing and turning, staring at your photo like I never learned, and drawing you up in my mind right next to Cupid. Don't know why IL0V makes me foolish. Right now I need you more than a friend. I don't understand. It happened so fast. I put it on replay in my head. Don't know what we said. I think that it went like I hate what you're doing with my heart. I never said that you could take it, give it back before you break it, baby. I don't wanna make this difficult. Don't wanna make it complicated. Let's hang up before I say it, baby. I think that I might, but IL0V3Y0U. 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 Baby. I think that I might, but IL0V3Y0U.
Well, that caught me by surprise. Wow, short and sweet. To the lyrics, everybody, says you. Go, go, go. And I certainly will. Now, hey, I think I might love. I wonder who she loves. It goes into the verse. Why are my fingers dialing the numbers they shouldn't? Boy, oh boy, hands up. Come on. Who has done that? Well, not now. The only time I ring my phone, ring, I'm saying nothing about that. That's actually a piece of tissue I use on my dog to clean its eyes first thing in the morning. I should have disposed, and I wonder where it went to. But anyway, back to this. It's all so live, it's live. Anyway, when you dial the numbers on the phone and you don't want to, you do ask yourself, oh God, it's that moment of, oh my God, should I have done that? But we've all been there. And there's no explanation for it, because sometimes I've had friends where relationships have just ended. The person has just not text, not phoned, literally walked up. I had this done to my partner's, one of his closest friends, and literally handed the keys, walked away without any explanation, and on the way out said, we're finished. And she was getting ready, and she bought a brand new dress, she was getting her hair done, and I'm sure she knows who she is if she was listening. And beautiful little dress, she had a silhouette figure, and there she was, supposedly going out that night. It's a killer when you don't know why, but also it's a killer when you pick up the phone and you say, I need to, and you start dialing. It's habit forming, folks. It's just it. And then it says, why are my lips saying all the words they said they wouldn't? And in my friend's case, it was a case of, well, sometimes you just need to unburden yourself. And it's normal to react like that. Don't think you're abnormal. Millions of people have done the same. It's taken all of me not to give in to my emotions. It does. And in my friend's case, I'll wrap this up. It took all of her emotions to make that phone call, only for the other side to be hung up. So be prepared for that. And to always realize, why did I even try to attempt? Why did I make a fool of myself? All the why questions. And I stopped her and I said, listen, it's not about why. It's about you needed to know. There's a void needs to be filled. And she said, true. It may never be filled. But then sometimes it's better not to know than to know. So when it comes to the phone, stop trying to. That's it. And she had to learn to just shut down those emotions, but it's hard. And then it says, right now I need you more than a friend. I don't understand, it happened so fast. But I put it on reply in my head. Don't know what we said. I think that it went like, well, it can go like anything, can't it? The last moment's playing your head, playing your head, playing your head, playing your head. People always want to know, how does it stop? It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. You always wonder, what did I do? Why did it happen? And you go around for a long time feeling guilty and self-absorbed and depressed. If you've got a good friend, if you've got a good social outlet, if you've got a place to go to, bring those voids back into your life that you excluded while you were in this relationship, and start filling your life up with positivities, things that can get you distracted. That's my advice. So it continues, hey, what you going to do with my heart? I never said that you could take it. And I like this verse a lot. I think what Faouzia does very, very well is hidden messages. But what she does so beautifully is it's almost like you get smacked in the face with just 2 lines or a word. And she's very, very clever as an artist of doing this. And it's probably why I featured her so much over the last couple of years. Simply because, yes, she was a recommendation. But I find her, as a pop person, she has the happy-go tune, because there I was bobbing along to that. But at the same time, what's beautiful is you're caught by the rhythm, you're caught by the melody, but you get deeper. And there's always 2 lines that's repeated, and it's her message to you, because it does make you quiz yourself, like I've just said, even in my friend's case. What are you going to do with my heart, she says. I never said that you could take it. But it does get taken. When you fall in love, any kind of love, superficial love, middle of the road, I'm getting to know them love, and deep love, when you just head over heels, it does get taken, because the human heart is there to be shared. You want it shared with the person. So all live outside, everybody, between dogs, everything today, I can only apologize. Give it back before you break it, she says, babe. I don't want to make this difficult, don't want to make it complicated. Let's hang up before I say, babe, I might think I might love you. Because you never fall out of love. It doesn't matter if you're in the second, third, fourth relationship. And she said, I never said you could take my heart. But they did. That's what happens. So what you've got to teach yourself is save a little bit of yourself and surround it and protect it. Give as much as you can to a person, but don't ever give completely head over heels. I hate that expression. I hate it. And that's why I like those words, like a punch, like a slap. Don't. I didn't say you could take that. And so, as well as loving and wanting an explanation, she continues, well, I'm staying up every night tossing and turning because you're human, Faouzia. Staring at a photo like I never learn. You don't learn. It's the trials and tribulations of love in life. We keep repeating the same mistakes because we're human. And I say that to friends. You're a human being with human emotions, human reactions. That's why it's repetitive. It's on repeat for every relationship until you find your feet, put on those shoes, and walk the walk with the person you're meant to in life. So she says, don't know why love makes me foolish. There's no easy explanation for that other than because we love to be loved. Simple as that. Right now I need you more than a friend. I don't understand. It happens so fast. I put it on my replay head. I think it went like what? As you go along, it's like, I might love you, babe, might love you. And she repeats it endlessly till she gets out of the song. You quiz love until it dies. It can only die when your 2 feet move forward. And with Faouzia, it's just a case of, I'll let it repeat until I become exhausted mentally. And that's when you can move on. So sometimes you have to wait for that. Until the next time, thanks for listening. Thank you, Faouzia. I enjoyed it as always, and I hope you liked the little bit of fresh air question and answers as well, getting to know her. Take care for now. Bye-bye.